Do you think that Nolan did enough to garner some sort of redemption with Debbie throughout everything that's played out, whether it was talking with her, whether it was with Oliver, with Mark, defending the universe, doing everything for people that he'll never probably see, all in an attempt to redeem himself for thousands of years, however old he is, 1,000 years of torture, I guess, and like Viltrumite brainwashing, because let's be honest, that's kind of what it is. Do you think that there's a redemption thing there for him?
I think it means something that Debbie decided she would go with him and go to see Oliver. Like, I think that shows self-assurance and confidence and some trust that Nolan has been doing what he said that he's been doing. That, like, it hurt him that happened to Oliver, that he put him in the best place that he thinks that he should be in. He's on it. He was going to be going back there. Like, he wasn't going to be leaving him alone. I think that means something, that she is agreeing to be millions of miles away from the safety of her home, to be locked in another world that she has never been in, to even go further than that, to be locked in a fucking spaceship in the middle of nowhere with
them.
Yeah, like, I think that means something. I will say, I do think that these next parts will be crucial in their, how she feels and, like, in their relationship. I think that there are still things that they need to hash out. I think that's how I feel about it. I think that he's on the right track, though. And I think that shows in the fact that Debbie decided to go with him.
I have a criticism and I have praise. My criticism is I did not like when he zoomed in front of her while they were having their conversation in season 4, episode 8. He zoomed in front of her and was like, "You need to give me some respect."
Didn't like that either.
Didn't like that.
That was very old him.
Yeah, was not a fan of that. But the praise I will give him is that, maybe devil's advocate of this, she has been just, rightfully so, just saying that you're a piece of pile of garbage and I hate you and, like, shut up, don't want to hear what you had to say. I think because she respects her son, Mark, and obviously Oliver, and that Mark and Oliver both, well, at least Mark did, is like, hey, he's trying, hey, he's maybe not the best person, but, like, he's making an effort, ? I think Nolan does have not the right to do something like that, but I think if you're gonna fight for something, sometimes you do gotta put up the fight for it.
Right.
And not like he hit her. It's not like he did anything. He zoomed in front of her and he said, "Hey, I'm trying to change here. I'm trying to show you that I'm changing and I'm trying to do this." And he did kind of break her down the wall a little bit there, because she was thinking about the things that he's been doing. And I think that's the part that makes sense. I didn't like the action of him actually doing that, because, like, low-key terrifying.
Yeah, no kidding.
And such but I think that it was good that he was able to get that out there, because I think that conversation needed to happen. Mm-hmm. Especially because then, and I forget if it was before or after she has the conversation with Paul, and Paul telling her, I think you should go to Oliver. Mm-hmm. And it's like, when they have those conversations and they talk, him and Debbie, when they talk, it's like, they're going to be in closed space. They're going to need to find a way to make it work. And, whether or not they truly, like, end up back together, or if it's like they find mutual respect and it's like they're not, or Debbie's just not constantly berating him. I think that that's good for, like, I think that would satisfy me, you know? And I think if they're able, maybe if they're not together, but if they find a way again to be
like co-parent.
To like co-parent, and also just be friends and like be able to have like not a relationship and husband wife,
but to be in each other's lives.
Yeah, I think that's good, and I think that's. I mean, obviously, no one like wants to be with her, but I think that maybe he will need to settle for just being friends, and like I don't think that necessarily changes anything for the plot going forward. I mean, like it'll change like, whether or not you feel strongly about them just being friends versus like them being like lovers. Maybe it'll change a little bit for them, but there is something that happens like, and I'm not going to say it 'cause it doesn't matter really all that much to right now, but it's like them being in a relationship that needs to happen because it matters to that plot point specifically. So it's like, so if they were together just as friends in that moment, it works either way. So like, I think that Nolan has done enough. I honestly think through the Nolan apology tour 2026, he has done enough for Oliver. He's done enough for Mark. He did enough for the universe. I mean, he hasn't done enough for the planet Earth, but as it's pretty fucking aware that humans suck at accepting and understanding redemption. But like what makes Debbie different is that and what makes her special is that she's somebody that does understand that. And is somebody that like will give somebody the time of day because she told that to Nolan. And like that's what gets to her because he says that to her. And like the stuff, he's just gonna have to show, a lot of that like deeper learning. And it's like, hey, I would not doubt next season where he's like, hey, what you read? I've been reading myself. It's like, it's just gonna be like, I do look forward to seeing them like
stumble.
Yeah, and like have like maybe they go out on a date and they're like, he's like, I brought you some fallopian tubes. Not fallopian tubes.
Fallopian tubes. I
brought you some tubes.
Some slop.
Some sloppy tubes. What did he say? He said something tubes when he was getting he was like,
something from a tube?
Yeah, he's like, slop tubes. I don't know. He said something like that, but
I can promise you he
it was not fallopian tubes, but maybe he will. Here's from the deepest, darkest.
I would be very concerned if he had just a piece of
extra. He was like, for you on planet Viltrum, this is a delicacy.
Yeah, dude, it probably would be.
This is a delicacy.
How backwards they are.
Yeah. So
to go kind of back on the Nolan stepping in front of her, I think it's worth noting that he did that and then he immediately tried to correct that behavior.
Yeah.
That he did that, she said something and he was like, no, you're right. Like I'm being a lot, I need to back off. But it's also, again, to like be of note that she then heard him out after that. Like I think you can take that either way. Like you can take it as him recognizing it, or you can take it as him being maybe manipulative. I think it's good. I think it's him recognizing that.
It's well intentioned.
Yeah, I think it's him being like, yeah, I'm frustrated that this isn't going the way I want, but I need to recognize that going about it this way isn't going to be healthy.
Yeah. So ultimately, I think he did enough. Do you think he did enough?
I think in the Debbie department, he still needs to do some shopping around.
Okay.
I am also excited to see them kind of fumble around a little bit. I want to see just kind of how he goes about that. And I think where I would like this to go, if it's crucial to a plot point later, then I'm not really gonna mind. But I in my perfect little world, I would like them to be co-parents and be good friends. And Debbie gets back with Paul.
Yeah.
Not necessarily with Paul, but like, whatever. And just chill.
All right. Well, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with what we're saying, or do you disagree completely? Let us know in the comments section below. And while you're down there, think about subscribing, because we talk about Invincible stuff all the time. And also look out for our Invincible rewatch. We will be doing Invincible season by season, episode by episode, and talking about basically everything that happened from season 1 to season 4.